For this walkthrough, I'm going to show you how to complete the performance and equity table for each class in your program. Here, I'm going to go through an example with my academic discipline area that I filled out as Earth Science with the example course title ESC 121 Physical Geology. I've also gone through and copied and pasted the course description from the catalog into the table. You can see that for each class we're going to have data on years 1 through 5. What that means is year 5 is the most recent or last year of data, and we go further into the past as we go back to year 1. For each year in the course, we want to identify the number of students enrolled, the credit hours produced, and the success rate as a percent of the students who got a C or better. You can also see that if your class has an IAI number, like ESC 121 Physical Geology does, you want to put the IAI number in the cell for each year that you had that number for that course. Lastly, at the bottom, there is a question for how does the data support the course goals elaborate. If you are a program that has sequential classes, you can talk about the number of students enrolled and credit hours produced along with the success rate percent through the lens of how this class fits into the sequence of classes, how it prepares students for the next class, and how it's a healthy pipeline that students are able to make their way through your program. If, like Earth Science, you're more of a Gen Ed core requirement program where students are kind of a one and done, they come in, take a class to meet the requirement in your program, and more times than that, that's the only time you see that student in your program, you can talk about the number of students enrolled, credit hours produced, and success rate through the lens of commitment to high quality instruction, great student experiences, and with high success rates, how most students are able to come into your program, take a class, be successful, and continue on in their program of study towards their certificate or degree on the timeline that they're aiming for. So, where do you find the data to complete this table for each class in your program? Directly below this video, there's a link to the college's Culture of Inquiry and Evidence homepage that when you click it will take you here. What you'll want to do is scroll down to the institutional dashboards, and you want to go to the second one down, which is the Course Success Dashboard. You click on the button for Course Success Dashboard and it will take you to the home page for that dashboard that looks like this. You will want to go to the third button down, which is Success by Ethnicity, and click it. That will load the control panel at the top for Success by Ethnicity and the graph at the bottom part of the page. What you will see when you look at the control panel is the second row, which is in the middle, on the right has subject, and course numbers set to all. That means we're looking at everyone for the entire college. Again, we're interested in just one class in one program. So we click the right down caret in subject, and course number, and the first thing we do is click on the check mark next to select all. You can see that now it's deselected all of the programs. You scroll down to your program. In this video, again, we're using the example Earth Science, ESC, and you click on the down caret on the left of the box next to your program. This expands to show all classes in the program, and you click on the box next to the class you're looking at, which again for this video is ESC 121. You can see that the graph has changed, and now we have bars just for, in this video, ESC 121. On the far right, you see that you have a bar for 2024-2025. This is not a year that we want to look at because this is a current year, not one of the years that we're reviewing for ADR. The second bar from the right is 2023-2024, and that is year 5 for the table. So we want to take the number that's on top of the bar, in this case 216, and put that in year 5 in the table. We want to get the number from the top of the bar for years 1 through 5, which are 2019 to 2020, all the way up through 2023 to 2024 into the table. So I've done that for ESC 121, and I have the number of students enrolled from that graph for the course transferred here to the table. The next row down is credit hours produced. What you want to do is take the number of students enrolled in the class that year and multiply it by the number of credits that the class is. So ESC 121 is a 4-credit class, and in year 1 had 155 students. I take 4 times 155 to get 620 credit hours produced in year 1 for ESC 121. I then go through and multiply each year's students enrolled by 4 to get the credit hours produced in each of the 5 years. This leaves just one row of data for us to find for the class, which is the success rate as a percent of students who got a C or better. We go back to that same dashboard we were just on, success by ethnicity, and on the left side of the screen we have a menu that has success by different factors, with success by ethnicity being the one highlighted. We want to go to the one just above that, success by subject, and click on it. This loads the success by subject control panel and graphs. Again, in the middle row of the control panel on the right side, subject, and course number are set to all. So in the graph we're seeing programs that have nothing to do with what we're looking for. We need to click the down caret on the right for subject, and course number, and then click the checkbox next to select all to deselect everything. Again, scroll down to your program. In this video we're looking at ESC. Click the down caret on the left of the box for the program. It expands the classes, and we are interested in ESC 121 for this video, so I click the checkbox for that course. You can see that the graphs have changed, and now we're looking just at ESC 121. Again, on the far right of the graph is the year 2024 to 2025, which we do not want to use. So we want to use the green bar that's the second from the right, that in this case has 94% on the top, as year 5, because it's 2023 to 2024. We want to collect years 1 through 5, looking at the numbers that are above the green bars for each of those years for success in the class, and transfer those into the table. So I've done that for ESC, going through that graph and getting the success rate numbers here. We've now collected all of the data we need for this course, and we can answer the question for how does the data support the course goals. For ESC 121, it's a physical science lab class that's typically taken for Gen Ed core requirement needs for students. So I would write, we have a strong enrollment of students who are producing a lot of credit hours. We have very high success rates for a physical science lab class, which shows a commitment by instructors in this course to high quality instruction with excellent student experiences. And the vast majority of students who take this course are able to successfully complete it in their first attempt, which keeps them on track to completing their degree or certificate. When you go into the template file for the performance and equity tables that's linked below this video, there's a number of blank tables in there. If you have more classes than our tables, be sure you copy and paste to make more tables for however many you need for your program. This is how you complete the performance and equity table for each class in your program.